How can one small island, home to just 23 million people, bring the world's two most powerful nations to the brink of war? Why does Taiwan matter so much to China? And could a conflict over this tiny island trigger a crisis unlike anything we have seen since the end of World War II? To answer that question, we need to go back more than 70 years. In 1949, the Chinese Civil War came to an end. Mao Zedong's communist forces emerged victorious and established the People's Republic of China. Meanwhile, the defeated nationalist government led by Chiang Kai-shek retreated to the island of Taiwan. Since then, Taiwan has developed its own government, military, economy, and democratic system. In many ways, Taiwan functions as an independent country, but Beijing has never accepted that reality. China considers Taiwan a breakaway province and has repeatedly declared that reunification is inevitable. For Chinese leaders, Taiwan represents unfinished business. Bringing the island under Beijing's control has become one of China's most important national goals. But Taiwan is not just important because of history, it is also one of most strategic important places on earth. Despite its small size, Taiwan sits at the center of one of the world's busiest trade routes. More importantly, the island is home to TSMC, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. Most people have never heard of it, but without TSMC, modern civilization would look very different. The company produces many of the advanced semiconductor chips used in smartphones, computers, cars, artificial intelligence systems, and military equipments. These tiny chips power much more of the modern world, and Taiwan produces a significant share of them. A war over Taiwan could disrupt global supply chains and trigger a massive economic shocks. But economics is only part of the story. The United States also has a major interest in the region. Although Washington does not officially recognize Taiwan as an independent country, it maintains strong unofficial ties with the island. For decades, the United States has supplied Taiwan with weapons and supported its ability to defend itself. American policy towards Taiwan has long been based on what is known as strategic ambiguity. In simple terms, this means the United States deliberately avoid stating exactly how it would respond if China launched an invasion. This uncertainty is intended to discourage both sides from taking extreme actions, but maintaining that balance is becoming increasingly difficult. Over the past decade, China has rapidly expanded its military capabilities. Chinese fighter jets and naval vessels frequently operate near Taiwan. Large-scale military exercises have become more common. At the same time, the United States has strengthened its military presence in the Pacific. American warships regularly sail through nearby waters, and regional allies such as Japan and Australia are watching developments closely. As a result, Taiwan has become one of the most dangerous flashpoints in the world, because if a war were to break out, it would not remain a local conflict for long. Global trade could be severely disrupted, financial markets could plunge into chaos, supply chain could collapse, and there is always the possibility that other countries could become involved. Some analysts fear that conflict over Taiwan could become the largest military confrontation since 1945. Fortunately, no one wants such a scenario. China understands the risk, the United States understands the risk, and Taiwan itself understands what is at stake. For now, peace remains, but the balance is fragile. As a competition between China and the United States intensifies, the world continues to watch the small island with growing concern, because history is not always shaped by the largest country. Sometimes it is shaped by the smallest places, and Taiwan may prove to to be one of those places. The question is no longer whether Taiwan matters. The question is whether the world can prevent a crisis before it is too late. And only time will tell.